Mario games. He's done many things, from playing sports, going on adventures, pretending to be a doctor where he prescribes too much medication and causes his patients to overdose, but most commonly, he's a hero slash plumber. Normally, he's rescuing the princess from Bowser, but not this time around. He has to rescue Bowser from Bowser, I guess. Don't ask questions, just go with it.
When Mario 3D World was announced for the Switch, it was also revealed that it was going to include a new game, Bowser's Fury. I didn't buy the game when it came out, because I already had 3D World on the Wii U, and I couldn't justify spending another $60 on a game I already had. I do that all the time. Plus, I had a feeling Bowser's Fury wasn't going to be a very long game, so I waited until it was cheap, and here I am.
I like the 3D Mario games. I've actually fully completed every one of them. From 64, 64DS, Sunshine, Galaxy 1 and 2, Odyssey, 3D Land and World, and now Bowser's Fury. I have to say, Mario games have been oddly consistent yet inconsistent at the same time. The goal has always been to collect a specific number of stars or shines, but the way the games are slightly vary. With 64 and Sunshine, there's a certain number of worlds. You go in, get a star, get kicked out. Odyssey did the same thing, but didn't forcefully kick you out of the level. Galaxy had more worlds, but they didn't feel as explorable. They were more of a get from point A to point B situation like 3D Land and World. Bowser's Fury feels like a mix between Odyssey and the 3D games, with a dash of Breath of the Wild in terms of one giant open world. And I have to say, this might very well be my favorite 3D Mario game because of that. Sure, the gameplay isn't unique because they just took 3D World and made another game out of it, but it's still a different take on it.
My one and only complaint about this game is, aside from the fact that it's too short, having to leave and come back in order to access more cat shines. Normally in a game like this, I would just stay in an area and 100% it, unless I had needed a specific ability. But, however, you can't do that in this game. After you get a couple shines, you literally have to completely leave the area and come back in order for them to appear. But, in the game's defense, the world is fun to explore, so you can easily get distracted. You know, you'll see something and be like, ooh, what's that? Ooh, what's that?
The game starts off fairly similar to 3D World, but with a couple of references to Sunshine. Mario finds a trail of black stuff, follows it, and gets sucked in and teleported to another world. At least that's what I assume happens. Once you make your way through the opening, you run into Bowser, and boy does he look terrifying. I honestly feel this is his most menacing form, and this is his most disturbing form. Avoid him, grab the cat shine, and he runs away. Some of the black goop leaves as well, and reveals your first area. Make your way to Bowser Jr., and he asks you to help him save his dad. Mario agrees, and it's time for adventure. Welcome to Lake Lapcat, a land where everything is cats. The enemies are cats, trees are cats, birds are cats, the cats are, well, cats. Not the bunnies though, they aren't cats, fuck them. I don't know if Nintendo is going through some weird cat phase, but whatever the reason, I should not have the ability to cough up a hairball in a Mario game. There are cats everywhere, like actual cats. You can pick them up and take them with you if you want. And if you're an asshole like me, you can do this. The main goal is to collect cat shines to progress through the game, just like most other 3D Mario games. Aside from the full open world, the main draw is Fury Bowser. You can see his shell in the distance slowly rising up. It's almost like a timer. Once it gets high enough, the rain starts, and down he comes to unleash his fury. The main goal is to try and avoid his attacks and grab another cat shine to chase him away. You can hide behind objects to avoid his attacks, but I found the best place to hide is, well, behind him. Hey, it worked.
Whenever Bowser shows up to go on his rampage, he's supposed to be intimidating and invoke panic. Like, oh my god, Bowser's here, run for your life. However, I'm different from most people. I found him more annoying than intimidating. You know, I'll be going about my business, la 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 la. And all of a sudden, Bowser shows up, and I'm like, great, now I gotta stop what I'm doing and try to get rid of him. I feel that way in most games, like Nemesis and Resident Evil 3. I just find them more annoying than intimidating. I mean, despite the fact you can't kill them. On a completely random, yet somewhat related note, when Fury Bowser is out and about, going on a rampage, I didn't realize until I was like nearly done with the game, the cats will straight up go feral on you when he comes out. I wonder if that has anything to do with the fact that I was throwing him off the edge earlier. Oh well. After getting enough cat shines, you'll gain access to the Giga Bell, which makes Mario a giant cat, also Super Saiyan because reasons. It's a pretty typical Bowser fight. Avoid attacks, wait for an opening, smash. After you beat him, you'll send him flying back into the ooze and a new area pops up. Unfortunately, the world doesn't feel like an actual place. It feels more like a bunch of random objects and small islands hobbled together, almost like an obstacle course. Granted, I know we're talking about Mario games here, but I wish it would have been a little more real-ish looking or believable, but it's whatever. I don't care as long as the game's fun. It is fun to explore though. You've got everything from invisible walls and platforms to an ice skate slide. I absolutely love how the power-ups were handled in this game. The fact that you could stockpile them and just switch between them whenever you want was so refreshing for a Mario game. If I need a cat power-up, I just use it. If I need a Tanuki power-up, I just use it. It makes them feel more like abilities you've obtained rather than power-ups. And there's no fear of losing your power-ups like in other Mario games because you have more at your disposal. Each power-up has its use, but it's pretty obvious that the cat suit was the main attraction. I spent most of the time using that, and if I wasn't, I was using the Tanuki suit. While I'm on the subject of abilities, or things you can do, this. Yeah, I don't have a point to it, I just thought it was funny. And I should probably mention Bowser Jr. I wouldn't really call him an ability, he's more of a helper. You can choose how much you want him to help you out with things, such as like attacking enemies and whatnot. After you womp Bowser a few times and collect enough shines, you can start the final battle. Super Saiyan Cat Mario versus Ultra Instinct Godzilla Bowser. It's the same as other fights. Well, at least the first phase. The second phase, Bowser looks normal, but he still looks like he's possessed. You hop on Plessy's back, chase him, slam the Gigabells into him. And yeah, I did most of this fight not realizing I could submerge to avoid his attacks. And let me tell you, it became so much easier when you realize you can avoid attacks. After you beat him, he returns to normal, and that's it. Congratulations, you've saved the princess. Or, well, Bowser, same difference. Princess Bowser.
Oh yeah, Bowser's Fury is hands down one of my favorite Mario games. I would say it is my favorite if it was longer, but like I said before, that was like my only complaint about the game. I feel that it strikes a perfect balance with its main collectible, being the cat shines. The one and only thing I didn't like about Odyssey was the overabundance of moons. And I know Nintendo wanted the players to feel like they were constantly collecting things, but to me, the fact that there were so many kind of devalued them. Because it's like, here's a moon, here's a moon, here's a moon, here's a moon. But with 3D World, they toned it back. There's still plenty of shine scattered around, but you're not like every 5 minutes getting a shine. I mean, maybe at the beginning you are, but that's whatever. But like I said, I feel it hit the perfect balance. Not crazy, but it's not a small amount.
I'm very intrigued with what the next Mario game will be like. I'm hoping they expand on this and make it an even bigger world. Maybe not Breath of the Wild sized, go Elden Ring sized. Like make it absurdly large. And also have massive boss fights. Make it hard. Call it Super Elden Bros.